Welcome to today's Bible study. We are diving into a fascinating question: could the prophecy in Daniel 11, which describes a powerful king in the end times, be referring to Donald Trump? Let's examine the scriptures, history, and his presidency to uncover possible connections. Let's open our Bibles together to Daniel chapter 11. These verses hold profound prophetic significance and paint a vivid picture of a powerful ruler in the last days. Daniel 11 verse 36, "The king will do as he pleases. He will exalt and magnify himself above every god and will say unheard of things against the God of gods." Now, let's read verse 40. "At the time of the end the king of the south will engage him in battle, and the king of the north will storm out against him with chariots and cavalry and a great fleet of ships." Daniel 11 prophesies about a king who rises in power, defies traditional norms, and influences world events significantly. Historically, this has been linked to Antiochus IV, but many theologians see it as a dual prophecy, foreshadowing the Antichrist and events of the last days. Daniel 11 verse 36 tells us, "The king will do as he pleases." During Trump's presidency, his bold leadership style captured global attention. Statements like, "I alone can fix it," and his unapologetic rhetoric reflect a leader who acts decisively and independently. Could this align with Daniel's description of a king who exalts himself above all? Consider the parallels: an ancient ruler wielding absolute power and a modern leader reshaping global narratives. The similarities are striking. Daniel 11 verses 40 to 41 tells us, "He will invade many countries and sweep through them like a flood." This prophecy highlights a leader who expands his influence through military force, sweeping through nations with overwhelming power. Under Trump's presidency, military strength was a central theme. He focused on increasing defense budgets and strengthening alliances with countries like NATO, pressuring them to meet their defense spending obligations. Perhaps one of the most defining moments of his presidency was the targeted killing of Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, a military action that had far-reaching consequences and showcased Trump's approach to military strategy. The imagery of a flood sweeping across nations resonates with Trump's bold and decisive actions on the global stage. From military airstrikes to strategic alliances, the modern world parallels the ancient invasions depicted in prophecy. How do these actions compare to the king described in Daniel? Are we seeing prophecy unfold in real time, or is this simply the ongoing dance of power and conquest? Daniel 11 verse 41 says, "He will also invade the beautiful land." The beautiful land is often interpreted as Israel. During his presidency, Donald Trump made history by recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and brokering the Abraham Accords, which brought peace agreements between Israel and several Arab nations. Could this strong support for Israel align with the prophetic passage in Daniel? Daniel 11 verse 43 says, "He will gain control of the treasures of gold and silver." Trump's presidency focused on reshaping economic policies, renegotiating trade deals like the USMCA, and imposing tariffs. These moves shifted global economic power, reminiscent of a leader gaining control of treasures. Matthew 24 verse 7 tells us, "Nation will rise against nation." The last days are marked by division and unrest. Trump's presidency saw the Capitol riots and a deeply polarized America. Could these events signal fulfillment of prophetic division? Daniel 11 is part of a larger biblical puzzle. In Matthew 24, Jesus speaks of wars, famines, and false prophets. 2 Thessalonians 2 mentions a man of lawlessness who opposes God. Could Trump's role in global events be a precursor to these prophecies? Whether or not Donald Trump fulfills the prophecy of Daniel 11, one thing is clear: we are called to watch, pray, and prepare for the last days. As world events unfold, let's remain rooted in faith and trust God's plan. What do you think? Could Trump's presidency align with Daniel 11's prophecy? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to African Grace Animations for more Bible studies.